What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of our Play Now Online series. Last game, we took a mean loss, and I just had to come back and play another game. So we have gone with the Brooklyn Nets, and I just needed a bit of a confidence boosting victory. That last game hurt, especially coming off that last shot and knowing how hard that game was to play. But hopefully we could rebound against my opponent. He has the Portland Trail Blazers, and I believe that's the 2010, 2011. I'm not too sure. It could be earlier, but I know they have Brandon Roy, Andre Miller, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Greg Oden. So that's a pretty good team there too. And Brandon Roy is pretty overpowered in 2K each and every year for the past couple of years so far. So my opponent, his first shot, misses it. He gets the offensive rebound, goes back up, and puts it up for 2 points. So not off to a great start, and I'm a little shaky. Like I said, after that last game, that was just a horrible game by me. We couldn't shoot the ball at all, and I have to do a better job shooting here, and I want to make sure that I do that in this game. So we tie the game up, but Brandon Roy, straight to the rim, gets a post dunk and make the score 4-2. So we've seen this particular Portland Trail Blazer team before, and we did pretty good against them last time. We end up winning that game, but this time here, my opponent seems to be a lot better than the previous guy I faced. See, he's dunking the ball, he's shooting threes, and our defense is not the best. So, but the good thing that's on our side is that we have the Brooklyn Nets, of course. You got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. No James Harden right now, but the rest of the guys on the team, they could definitely get the job done. So, a fast break opportunity, down by 2 points. Kevin Durant kicks it back out to Joe Harris, wide open three-pointer. Cash money, man. So we take the lead now. And my game plan heading into this game was to really get Kevin Durant going, because Kevin Durant, no matter what year it is, the Golden State Warriors, Kevin Durant, OKC, Kevin Durant, even Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, that guy, he might be the best player on NBA 2K. Like, his speed, his ability to get easy posters, and another ability that he has is that he could shoot from basically anywhere. So that's why I think he might be the best player on here. Now, I don't know which version of him might be the best player, but I would definitely wouldn't be mad if someone put him number one as the best 2K player of all time. I know you got Michael Jordan and LeBron James, but how 2K plays this year, Kevin Durant is probably the easiest player to play with. And aside from his offensive abilities, his defensive abilities is pretty good too. I mean, you could run him through the 1 through the 4, and sometimes even a 5, just depending on how good of a center you're going up against or how much of a size disadvantage it is for KD. So I knew coming into this game that no one on this Portland Trail Blazers team can stop Kevin Durant. And it's not that my opponent picked a bad team, but it's literally no one who can defend them except for LeBron James or Kevin Durant himself. So heading out of the first quarter, not looking too bad. We are up by 5 points. Score is 16-11, and we have the ball back again on offense. Kyrie bringing the ball up court. Didn't really do a lot in the first quarter because, like I said, I was trying to get Kevin Durant going. Call it ISO. Kevin Durant, step back. He's leaving me too much space to shoot the ball, and we hit that free throw line jumper. So looking back at this game, I should have took Kyrie Irving out, but that's fine. He hits a bucket here. Same spot from Kevin Durant. And we are now starting to pull away from my opponent. Playing good defense, the offense is clicking, and we just have to continue our momentum. We get a bad matchup. Joe Harris on Greg Oden, but it doesn't even matter because he still hit the shot with Brandon Roy. That was one of the more tougher shots in 2K, and I'm surprised that went in, but I'm kind of starting to see those shots go in more often for superstars that are that close to the rim. So Kyrie, too quick. Layup, 2 points for us, and we are still trying to push this lead forward. So we have a mixture of reserves and starters in the game right now. Kevin Durant is out just to get him some rest, but he's going to come back eventually, sooner than later, just so that we can really secure this lead. And my opponent, he didn't play bad at all. Like, it was nothing that he did that was cheesy, or if he did anything that was cheesy, I wouldn't really mind it. I mean, it's 2K. Guys are going to try and come out here with the best strategy, and you just have to try and play better than them. But him playing with the Portland Trailblazers, I already knew what the game plan for him was going to be, and that was to get the ball to Brandon Roy and really try and make an impact down low into the paint, and we just really had to focus on that. Bad interior defense by us, and now he's cutting down on the lead. Kevin Durant back in the game, posted dunk. Let's increase the lead back to 6 points. So now Kyrie Irving is out and Kevin Durant is in. You only really need one superstar on the court for this team at a given point in the game. Unless it's the fourth quarter, I would have all of the starters in, but you know, he had cut it down to 6, and we're slowly pulling away. Second quarter winding down. Kevin Durant again on Andre Miller, gets past him and gets the dunk for 2 points, making it 30-21. And that is going to be it for the half. Nicholas Batum does hit the shot, and that will take us into halftime. So definitely a better performance than the last game. We are able to shoot, we're getting to the basket easily. And I think my opponent might have played zone a couple of times, and ultimately he went back to playing man-to-man defense, and whichever defense works for him the best is going to help him win the game. But it was really nothing he could do, because if he played man, then that would lead to an easy isolation for Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving, and those guys could get to the rim very easily. And if he came with the help, we could just kick it out to a wide open guy, and hopefully they hit the 3. If he went to a zone 2-3 or 3-2, tough layup there by Kevin Durant, and he gets the foul call. But yeah, if he went to a zone like 3-2 or 2-3, then we have Joe Harris who can shoot, and we have a couple of other guys who can shoot as well. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. So you can't really leave those guys open in a zone. So it was like a bit of pick your poison, and man defense is, I guess, what he felt was the best defense for him. Personally, in my opinion, man defense is the best defense for me, because when you play a zone, the computer is not always in the right spot. And I said this before, because I need the computer to be in the right spot all the time, and the easiest way for them to be in the right spot is just to play man defense. Now when it comes to pick and rolls and pick and pops, that's where it kind of gets a bit confusing, because I might have to come with a weak side defender to help, and then the matchups get all jumbled up and it leads to a wide open shot. But getting back to the game, you can see we have pulled away. We are just running away with this game, 48-29, and we're coming down to the end of the third quarter. Kevin Durant is tired, but he's still in the game and he is putting in work. Even though he has the Gatorade symbol, it didn't really feel like he was tired at all, because the guy is so quick on this game and he could just blow by anyone. In my time of playing with Kevin Durant, he can just blow by anyone, and it'll be an easy bucket even though he's tired. And I'm kind of confused that 2K, whenever a superstar athlete or one of the superstars for the Brooklyn Nets goes down and they're out for a considerable amount of time, they always demote them to tier 2. They never leave them in tier 1, and that's kind of weird. I would expect the Nets, if maybe James Harden goes down in this situation, that the Nets would still be tier 1, or Kyrie or Kevin Durant. You still have a lot of pieces around them for them to be ranked as a tier 1 team, in my opinion. But I guess 2K thinks otherwise, and when you put them in tier 2, it makes for such easy victories, and we've seen that earlier in videos that I've previously posted. You know, my tier 1 team was the Miami Heat, and then after a while we went to the Brooklyn Nets, and the Nets was just way too easy. It kind of got boring, and then we just started switching things up. But now we have come back to the Nets just to try and pick up an easy victory here, and it is certainly going to look like that in this game, as it's the fourth quarter. My opponent cannot make that big of a run. If he does, then I just might need to retire from 2K. So my opponent knows this game is over, and we picked up another victory, so we can head on to the tier 2 teams now. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.